Hello YouTube, welcome back to Brainbang TV, and this is essentially Cable Guy. I coined myself that because at the moment I've been trying to get myself back into trading full time, or trading more regularly than I have been over the last couple of years, and basically what's gone on is I've just decided to kind of trade one pair at the meantime to kind of get the flow of the market, understand how things move around on a day-to-day basis. It's all good having a strategy, but at the end of the day, if you don't know how to read price action, a lot of those strategies can be quite useless to a certain degree. I mean, they will catch you those wins, but when they catch you those losses, you're not going to be able to explain yourself and what's gone on. So hence, I've been trying to trade off of one pair, understand the flow, understand the systems, and then I can kind of replicate that over other pairs as time goes on. But bear in mind, yesterday we did a little review. I've been trying to do sort of two videos a day. So one at the start of the session or around the start of the sessions at 8 a.m. London time, and also one near the end of the the New York session, around the New York session and the start of the Sydney session, which is around 10 p.m. UK time, so BST. Now, saying that, we ran for a few things yesterday. So if you can see here in the daily, I'll just get rid of this and try and make this a little bit bigger so you can see what's going on, right? So, so this is the daily, right? We didn't push all to the weekly supply zone here, the demand zone. Sorry, my bad. And basically, we had a near enough engulfing bullish candle for yesterday. And then we continued sorry, on Monday, and then we continued on Tuesday, which is yesterday, with a little bit more bullish momentum. And basically, we've come and retested this area of resistance here on the daily. And this level here, as you can see, there's a retest here, a little bit of consolidation here with a upward move, and also a retest here. So this is quite a significant level at the moment. Whether or not it's going to kind of go past it is beyond me. We're going to have to wait and see how that plays out, really. But saying that, um, I'm just going to kind of play along with what we've done so far. So basically, I don't have the session breaks here, but as you can see, I had a long position on here yesterday. I'll show you that on the 15th, and basically on Sunday night, and that was the one that completed on Monday and just kind of went on this long upward move since then. I didn't get a chance to get involved because I thought we were going to get a continuation to the downside, which I didn't. So unfortunately, I didn't get involved in this trade here. But yesterday I did let you guys know when I was kind of specific on the completion, on the potential completion of this bearish cipher pattern that we have here. So X to A to B, B to C, C to D completion at the 887, sorry, at the 786 Fibonacci extension, Fibonacci retracement of the X to C leg, right? So the X to C leg fib retracement 786 gives you the D leg completion of a cipher bearish pattern, which is what we got involved here. You can see this beautiful pin bar rejection yesterday. Unfortunately, it looks like we're going to go back to retest that, maybe even potentially break those highs. Who knows? Um, but we're going to see how that plays out as over the course of the day. So currently still in this bearish trade. I'm going to show you a little something because I managed to catch a little bit of a scalp last night. I put a limit sell order on last night before I went bed, and I caught a spike, sorry, a sell on this bar here on a lower time frame. So I'll show you that scalp in a minute. So what we have here is a bearish cipher completion that's currently in play and still active. And also, pardon me, and also going on to the hourly, what do we have so far? So we had that. Um, so I was looking at this divergence on the RSI um, with regards to this move here from yesterday. So on yesterday's session, we completed the divergence. So this is Monday session. This is Tuesday, yesterday's session. Now, on yesterday's session, we put in this new higher high, which then allowed us to get this divergence in RSI, which kind of gave me extra confirmation that my bearish cipher pattern that completed on this leg here, right, was kind of in place still. So that kind of gave me the confirmation of that, and that's why I was able to confidently activate that cipher bearish pattern. Now going down to the lower time frames, if I take you over to the 15, what you see here is the start of the session. So we got this here, and my cipher completed around 7 p.m. last night, which is on this bar. We got a beautiful three bar reversal, which is what this is. I wasn't confident enough to take it, but I would have got caught a couple of scalps on this bar here. So if you can see this green bar, we got a retest at this level here for the pin bar reversal signal. Sorry, for the 3 point reversal move, right? We got the retest here, but I was unlucky to get involved because I was kind of in already a short trade from around this high here. So coming down here, I wasn't too sure whether or not to activate another scalp and potentially get into a couple positions, which I kind of regret because obviously we got this nice sell-off from that. Saying that also, we've also got this level here. So this is where I went short yesterday. So I'll just put on the short that I was in yesterday so you guys can see it. So I was in a short from this bar here, right? And I caught the short up to about here. So I was in a trade about this. Don't ask me why my stop loss is below this high here. This is a personal preference with regards to this specific trade. I don't always do this, but I had the stop loss literally right in between these two, this high here. And this is essentially the trade I caught last night, which is all right. Very, very nice. And happy about that. So hopefully we can kind of, if we get a break above these highs, then we're probably going to go retest these highs here, which is something I'm not really keen on. I'd prefer to see a kind of a stop before going past this level. I'd like to see a retracement in this area that will kind of give me confirmation that this structure to the downside potentially is holding, and we're starting to see the breaks of the lows. So we've broken this low. We'll get 786, 886 retracement, which is something that looks like we're getting right now. If I put, would you use this high or that high? I'll use this high. So we've got 618. So we've got, don't pay too much attention to the fib, right? So basically yesterday I had this fib on. We had this extension to the downside. I was looking for head and shoulders potentially. We didn't quite get that, although this it's not a textbook head and shoulder. It kind of is at the same time. So we had a neckline here. This is the potential neckline to be broken if you draw a horizontal neckline, right? So this neckline would be what would needs to be broken to see this continuation down to the downside. Now saying that, this is exactly the same trade I was in yesterday, and it looks like it's gonna come back for retest. Am I gonna get a signal to enter at this retest? I'm not too sure. If I do get a signal, I will be entering this trade again with my stops around about here, right? So if we got a stop around here, we'd get almost a 2-to-1. Not quite, but almost a 2-to-1. And this is basically a replica of the trade I took yesterday. Now, for you guys that don't know, this here is a long, I don't want to confuse too much, right? But this is mainly for my purpose only, to kind of review my trades for the weekend. And this here is a long scalp trade I was looking at yesterday. We didn't get filled because we had a retest here, and I thought, okay, we might potentially get a retest of this area here, or maybe this neckline, right? And we didn't quite get that. We kind of pushed up from there. Didn't quite get that today either. You can see we almost did, not quite, and basically missed entry on that one really. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to be looking to see if I'm going to get a retest on this area here. If I do, I will be putting in another scalp position and aiming for a retest of these lows here. I think that would be the best thing to do, really. Um, or at least to here, right? So I think I might get into a short position from this level here. If we see a retest of this area, which it looks like we're getting, But if we can see a complete reversal here, then that will be great. So I'm going to be going long potentially in a minute. So I need to get ready for that. I need to get ready for that. Just I do apologize, guys. I'm getting a little bit thrown off because it's basically retesting the area I'm looking to go short from. I'm not quite sure how it's going to react over here just yet, but right. Anyway, that will be the end of the video for today. I'm going to be looking to take this short. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to stay live right now. If we get a reversal here, then I'll be taking the short, right? I'll be taking the short, and you guys can kind of witness me take a quick short right here. Off of the same level, I caught a shot off this bar here yesterday. I caught a shot all the way down here, and I'm about to potentially retest it. If we don't get a break and close above this anyway, we'll see what happens. This is a shame. So the long didn't quite get to my level. As you can see here, I still had a potential long opportunity waiting here. Didn't quite get to that level, and we've got a nice, huge move away from it since. Um, so we're gonna have to just see what happens in this level, because if it closes above here, then that negates this trade completely, pretty much. So we're gonna have to see. Just bear with me. I'm just gonna get my MT5 platform out real quick on my tablet so I can get that trade activated if needs be. Just bear with me. Right, my apologies, guys. I do apologize for that, but I didn't want to pause the video so you can actually see the candles playing out as it forms. So far, quite a big bullish green candle in my zone. So right now, not quite the signal I was looking for. So I'm not going to be taking it just yet, unless I get a proper signal at this level. I won't be taking this trade because I don't want to get stopped out realistically off of a stupid trade. So we'll be keeping it as it is. This is really putting on, like, the up moves on here is just insane. Seriously. I mean, the COT report says apparently there's net shorts on cable, so a lot of institutions are taking away their long positions. Sorry, their long positions, yeah, off of off of the pound pairs. And still, over the last few weeks, that the net shorts have been increasing, right? The net shorts have been increasing on the positions, and the pairs still keep going up, or they've been going up. I mean, over the last few sort of last week, we had some downtrends on cable, but in general, it just kind of gives you more of a reason why you cannot use any of these sort of fundamentals as a entry reason, really. It's just it doesn't give you a location in the market. It only gives you sort of what you potentially could get in regards to a direction of the flow, really. But even with that, you just can't even call the direction really well because the court report's saying that there's net longs or net short, sorry, but the other things it's not kind of panning out the same kind of way. So who knows really? Who knows? So 11 minutes left of this bar. Do you know what? I think I'm gonna. Do I take it? And I suppose it won't be the worst of cases if it doesn't actually work out. So I think I might take this. Let's have a look at where the hourly's sat. How long's left on that hourly candle that could potentially break through? There's a whole hour left. We kind of have to see some sort of retracement a bit here. Do you know what? I'm gonna take a short. I'm only gonna take the short because there is. Let's have a look. Can we take the short? Right. I think I might have to wait for this bar to close. It just kind of makes sense to wait for it to close, although it's already my area. At the end of the day, if it kind of um, blows through all of this, then kind of that just means it's not going to work out. The trade wasn't valid, I suppose. You just kind of have to take that loss and take it on the chin. Right, so I'm going to just try and see if I can place part of the order. Right, is this going to break this high? If this breaks this high, that's not really good if it breaks that high there. So we've got a stop of 1.2 to 802, and I'm looking for a TP of 1.2 to 274. All right, so that's kind of where I'm projecting this trade to come in. How that's all going to work out is a completely different thing, right? So if I want to market, do you know what? Let's have a look at how this next candle plays out. But we don't really get opportunities like this that regularly. The thing is, right, so we've got the 4 hour there. That's almost a trip 3 bar reversal, almost. So is this going to close above? I'm just going to pause the video real quick, guys, and then I'll come back to this in a few minutes once the candle's almost closing, and we'll see what's going on then. Right, gang. Sorry about that. Just wanted to wait for the 15-minute candle to play out, and then we're looking at again an bearish engulfing candle on the 15. So at the moment, completely missed my entry. I wasn't at my desk looking at this when this kind of played out. But the candle hasn't closed. This could be just a retracement to get filled at this level of break, and then potentially carry on like we're looking at right now. So this wick could potentially be a really long wick or a very short wick. If it's a very short wick, then it's a good sign. Um, we could buy a retest, I suppose. If we get a retest back to this, if this closes the same way as it is right now, then I'll be selling at a retest of this structure. If we can get a retest of that structure there. But if not, then that's what's going to happen. So let's have a look. Are we going to get a retest of that structure? So right, I think I'm going to sell at the retest of that neckline. If we can get a retest, I will sell that. Are we going to get a little bit of a retest? I've got my hands ready to go to click on the button. As soon as we can get a retest of this line here, so where my entry is, I will be trying to get into this trade because we can see the bearish engulfing candle. Doesn't necessarily mean the trade's going to play out. At the end of the day, it just doesn't mean that. I'm just going along with what the candlestick formation is telling me at a specific price level, depending on what I'm trying to do. Um, but doesn't actually dictate the way I trade realistically. I'm kind of playing along with the bigger picture out here. The bigger picture for me, I'm playing on with the 4 hour bearish cipher pattern that I took off of this entry. Now, for me, for my cipher pattern to hit targets, which is around here somewhere, right? The 382 retracement, let's have a look. This 382 retracement is my target, right? The target, my 382 retracement's all the way down there, right below that low. If you can see the crosshairs on the 15, so 382 retracement comes in around here, as you can see on the 4 hour chart on the left-hand side, bottom left-hand side corner. That's where it comes in. So if I'm playing along with that and hoping that my trade does work out, then realistically I could potentially get in a short here, is what I'm trying to say. Now I got that retest and I was talking. I was talking when I got the retest. Am I going to get the proper retest? That's the retest, guys. That's the retest. Is that going to be the only retest we get? Hopefully not. That would be the retest right there. We need to push up a little bit more and I can get filled and forget about the scalp here. So I've set targets, profits. It looks like we might have missed a trade. We might have missed a trade. I'm not too sure just yet. This candle still has a little while. I'm just going to pause this again, guys, real quick, because I've kind of in between eating my breakfast here as well. So I do apologize about that. Um, Hopefully we get that little retest again. Still got 12 minutes for the 15-minute candle to close, so hopefully we can get a push back up to that neckline and I can get involved and hopefully not be in a chat mode this time. So bear with me, guys. So guys, as it stands, I've been filled in this position. I waited for a retest and I got filled right at entry. Now this could potentially just break through this and just shoot up to retest my entries here. That potentially could happen. And yeah, we're just gonna have to call that a loss if that happens. But that's just what the trading game is like, guys. You can't kind of get too attached to any single position. Just take and move on, really. That's kind of how I've been taught the game. And I think that's the best way to look at it because this could actually drive you mad if you spent too much time on it like that. But anyways, I'm in the short right now for a short scalp to retest these lows here. Probably not going to get that because it looks like we've just got this was a retest of these lows. But we'll see. We still have these highs to break. And yeah, if we don't break that, then that'll be great. But we'll see. We shall see. There's a chance we'll probably come and retest these highs here, you know. So where was my stop? My stop is at 802, 802. So I'll just drag that back where it was. So around about there is our stop. Profits down here. Well, I think that's it, guys. I'll be doing a little video later on to kind of talk about what happened with our cipher short, as well as our little scalp in the cipher short. So we had a 15-minute scalp off of a 4-hour cipher pattern completion on a 15-minute candle. So we'll see how that plays out, and I'll give you guys an update at some point later on. Thank you for joining me. Bye for now.